Bob at Vintage Lambo. Let's talk about slave cylinder and a new fitting. Now, we had this fitting that we took a look at, and when you look at it, you say, well, okay, I mean, you know, it's old, whatever, but then when you really start looking at that, boy, that looks like it's pretty smunched there, you know, just kind of crushed a bit. So, bought a new one, and look, really nice cone there, shape. Compare the two, dramatically different. So now, when we install these, though, this would only go in 2 turns. This would go in a little more than 4. So you can see that the shape of this hex is thicker. So I need to machine this down. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to then modify the new one so it replicates the old one, and we have adequate amount of threads in the slave cylinder so we don't have any problems. 3-jaw chuck gone, and collet adapter is now on. I'm going to put this baby in here, and I just wanted to put the old one in, and then I'm trying to get some figures up here. When I put that in, of course I don't want to hit any threads, so I'm going to try and check out. I got my stop, so I know that I want to cut about, let me just play around a little bit here. Okay, so you can see that I want to adjust these things, and so I'll go ahead and do a little setup here, and then I'll get right back to you. Okay, so now I have the piece in here that I want to cut. I've adjusted it so I'm not going to hit the threads. I come close, but I have like 5 thousandths or so distance. And I've got my set on the stop, and since I want to go the same amount as the old fitting, then by putting the old fitting in and setting up the stop, I'm going to be set for the new fitting to be cut down to the old. So let's see what I need to do to get this baby going. So I know down here about what I need to do. And again, I don't want to take too much off it at once. Okay, so I'm going to now that I've taken this down a bit, I'm going to go and try and go from this in. So I'm going to set this up how I think it should be again. And it was reading about 15. And yeah, see, I have some clearance right there. So let's take her in again. And come on out. Now also, this little tip here, I don't need this little starter, so just to make sure we have clearance, I'm going to take this guy off. So everything's going to pretty much line up like the old one. Okay, we're going to do a little comparison. Hang on. Okay, we're going to go and bring this down a little bit more. Come out here. I've got my presets. But I will check it again because I don't want to even try and damage this, because I did pull it out and put it back in. So Okay, so that seems like, wow, could be a little bit extreme, but the casting, it doesn't start threading. It kind of goes in for a little bit. So I'm okay with this amount here. And then also there's a washer there. So it could be, everything could be copacetic. So let's find out. Hang on. Okay, back in action, and I measured this, and we have the correct depth as the old fitting. So now I might as well try and put a few more threads on there if I can. Can't hurt. Don't want anything spinning. Well, that's actually looking very close. I'm going to just flip this. If boredom hasn't set into you already. Okay, sorry about that. But we're just taking it to the nth degree this time. We have surpassed the 59-second mark. So we're going to now go on, reverse this so that we can get in a little bit tighter. Just want to make sure these are smooth collets, so really no thread damage. Okay, so there we have. It's a little bit untidy. Let me just play around with this just a little bit. Okay, so I think it's about time we go ahead and test it out. Okay, one last operation. I went and kissed it. I wanted to clean up that edge down there, make sure that I don't have any bad thread and nothing that will interfere with the washer. Get my finger out of there, and let's go and see how it fits. This guy I think was a little over 4. Let's check it out. Of course, this isn't quite accurate with, it's close enough. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4 and a little bit more. Okay. And let's go with this guy. Washer sits flush, ceiling washer. Okay, our starting point. 1, 2, 3, 4 and a taste. All right, I think that's pretty darn good. I'm happy with that. So now we've got a good fitting.